The power of makeup to me, simply put, is in the community. I have never in my life met a more welcoming, supportive, and truly inspiring group of people. This is what I wanted to exemplify in my look today. No matter what type of makeup artist you are, if it's glam or gore, special effects, drag, character design, transformation, it does not matter. Everyone is so insanely supportive. And that's something that is so hard to find in any competitive industry of people. I hope you enjoy my take on the power of makeup. Hey guys, it's Jerry, or Toxic Jerry, if you will. Today's challenge for the NYX Face Awards Top 30 is the power of makeup. And so I think we should just jump right into the tutorial. First, I'm starting out with a naked face. I like to have a drawing ready first because it just kind of helps me on what I'm going to do. I like to see it on paper. I'm going in with a NYX retractable eyeliner in white, and I'm just outlining that first patch. Now I'm going in with four NYX Liquid Drop Foundations. We have Alabaster, Pale, Porcelain, and Vanilla. I'm going to mix all of those together and then just blend them out with a beauty sponge. Once that's all done, I'm taking shade 6 from the Warm Neutral palette and blending that into the crease with a number 32 brush, and then I am taking shade 14 and blending that into the crease as well. And then I'm taking shades 10 and 12 on a number 15 brush and putting that into the crease as well. And then I'm putting it on the outer corner and dragging it out. Now I'm going in with the Love You So Mochi palette with the gold shade. I'm putting that on my finger and then placing that right on the lid. Next, we're going in with a retractable liner in aqua green and just putting that underneath the eye. And then in with the I Love You So Mochi Electric Pastels palette with that green color and blending that out under the eye. Okay, and then we're going in with the NYX Matte Liner and just giving a good winged liner. Winged liner can be a little tricky, so just, practice makes perfect. Then we are taking the Born to Glow palette, and I'm putting that onto the cheekbones and the brow bone. Then I'm going to go in with my finger and just place that in the inner corner to really brighten that up. I'm going to go in with a NYX spoolie brush and just kind of fluff up my brows. Going in with the matte shade Stripped as a brow powder, I am shaping my brows. We are going to then take some NYX lashes and put those on off camera. Then I'm taking the NYX Epic Ink Liner and going over that white liner we did earlier. After this, I'm going to make the little hash marks that are going to be like our stitching. I'm going to go over those hash marks just to kind of make them stand out and have them look a little more realistic. Then we are taking that same shade from earlier and placing that on all of the edges in front of where those white lines lie. This will make things look a little more realistic. Now on to the next patch. I'm going back in with that white liner again to outline. I did that step first, and then I'm taking a shade from the blush palette and placing that into those wounds to make them appear irritated. And then taking the Slide On Glide On pencil, I am just kind of outlining the edges of the wounds. Then we're going to go in with some red NYX paint and kind of deepen those even further. Next, taking the brown NYX SFX paint, we're going to go in and deepen those more, placing it in the center of the cuts. And then with the black, doing the same thing. After this, I'm going back in with the white liner, the liquid liner, and just going around the edges to kind of make the edging of the skin. Now I'm going back in with that blush palette and placing that red on the edges of the cuts just to give it a more irritated feel. Now I'm taking all of these SFX cream paints and I'm just blending those in with my finger to create kind of like a dirty bruising effect. Now in with the Epic Ink liner, and we're going in the center of those wounds just to really deepen them up. Now with the NYX Butter Gloss, we are going to make it look like there is some nice coagulated blood in there. Now isn't that just fun times? Now in with the Warm Neutrals palette again, I'm going back over those cuts, again just to make them, give them a little more depth, make them look a little more realistic. And then I'm going back in with Epic Ink liner, outlining like we did on the first patch, giving it some nice stitching and some white outlines. And then back in with the edging just to get it to look a little more realistic. This step is going to be used on all of the patches, so from here on out, I will kind of skip the stitching because I don't think you need to see it, 17 times. In with the blue and white, I am taking that and placing that on this patch of the face. After that, I'm going in with the NYX Eye Pencil in Electric Blue, and I'm creating little dots all around. I'm also outlining the edges where we made the white line. Now I'm taking the Vivid Bright in blue and just doing the same thing. And back in with that retractable liner in aqua green, and then the liquid liner in white. Now Liquid Suede in Jet Set and Alien. We are putting that Jet Set on the entire lip and then Alien over in the corners to create kind of an ombre effect. Now in with the That's the Point liner. This is the one with the ball tip. And I am just creating more of those dots, again focusing those in the contoured spots of the face. Now for the arm patch. This I would have to say is my favorite patch because it's kind of represents me as an artist. In with the Hella Fine That's the Point liner, I'm just starting to create these flowers. This liner is so fine and it is so nice for doing these tiny little detailed drawings, which are my absolute favorite to do. After I created the two flowers, I'm just going in and kind of making some filler space. So I've got some little leaves going on. And now I'm going to make a little beetle, because I like little beetles. Be sure to use a reference photo if you need one. It'll make things much easier if you're not super great at just freehanding ideas. And now just going in with a little more filler and a nice honeycomb pattern to really kind of fill out that patch. So for the face, this didn't record. So you're just going to go in with that pink SFX cream paint and put that all over. And then I'm going in with the NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil in Milk to do the teeth. after this, I'm taking the retractable eyeliner in white and just kind of outlining where the skull is going to be. Then in with our super skinny marker and just going over those white outlines. You're going to want to get into like the cracks of the teeth to really kind of bring them out. And I'm just shaping kind of the gum line now. I'm going in with the matte black shadow again, just to kind of block out those areas that wouldn't technically be there. Now with the NYX lip pencil in a hot pink, I'm just shading in those areas even more, really giving it some depth. And then in with the white liquid liner to really create those highlights. Back in with the black liner to create some more depth. And then in with the black SFX cream paint to really block out those areas. Now on to the neck area. I'm going in again just with that white liner and kind of mapping out, especially for this one because it was a little tricky. Then I'm taking a NYX HD concealer in a color that is darker than my skin tone to create one of the panels for the box. You're just going to want to use the same color on all of the panels that are on that side of the box to create the illusion. And then we're going in with a deeper tone and doing the other panel. Now onto the head. To create these gem inlays, I am just going in with my trusty white liner to create my outlines. And then I am going to mix the white and purple cream paint and place that in all of the areas that are not outlined. And then in with the Hella Fine eyeliner again, we're just kind of creating that geometrical gem pattern. This got to be a little tricky because at this point my hands were getting quite shaky after a few hours. Then I'm taking the blue liner and just going into random little patches, and then the pencil liner and the white liner to do the same thing to create all those different tones. And then I'm just deepening around the gems to kind of really bring them to the front. Now to the other arm. I'm taking the green cream paint and placing that all over my arm, and then I'm going to go in with the blue as well and kind of blend that in. Now I'm making a scale pattern. I took the aqua green, the liquid vivid blue, the jumbo eye pencil in milk, and I went in with more of that blue cream paint, the liquid liner in black, and then to finish it off, the white liner to really give those highlights. I am taking a multitude of NYX lip liners to kind of create this geode pattern. I just alternated the lip liners. I didn't have like a strict pattern that I was going with in terms of like which colors needed to go where. As long as no two colors were alike, I'm creating those, you know, kind of circular shapes. For the final patch, a lot of this didn't record, just to kind of warn you, but I went in with a white cream paint and kind of blocked everything out, and then I went in with that black shadow stripped for the eye. I made some tears in like the red cream paint, and then I made some kind of like creepy ghoulish veins with the red paint and the Hella Fine liner. I also blocked out my brows with the Jumbo Pencil in Milk, which actually worked very well. I just kind of layered that on and smoothed it out. And then off camera, I'm going to go put a contact in really quickly. And there it is, the final look. I just wanted to show that this community of artists can come together and be so supportive of each other, no matter their styles. And it's just a truly amazing thing. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you like this, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And be sure to stay tuned for the top 20.